G'day, hi and welcome. Okay, you're still in there. Homemade zucchini relish, I got it this morning. Plus $50. Life is gooder. Life is gooder. So anyway, I gotta make a video. Gotta do a videos for you guys. Some of you MGTOW guys said, Reg, you went on and on and on in your MGTOW videos and you picked on the MGTOW, but you didn't pick on the women. Okay, well, I'll pick on the women now. I'm not going to go on too much about the female nature and hypergamy and stuff like that and the state of women in this day and age. Because, number one, am I going to tell you something you don't know? Probably not. But just so you guys know that I am aware of it and you can... Okay, let's see if he knows if the juice is worth the squeeze. You know the big saying they got for the MGTOW guys. Okay, well, here's the thing. Yes and no. The answer is yes and no. It's not riding the fence. It is looking at the world for what it actually is, stoically. The state of modern females is appalling. But so is the state of modern males for the most part. But I think the women are worse off. Their behavior's way worse. But where does it come from? Well, like I was saying in some of the points of, don't follow the MGTOW, they're wrong, whatever I called that video, that series. I know it's a lot of videos, but I figured I'd just get it all done in one shot and then never cover the topic again. You know what I mean? I'm so sick of the MGTOW video topics. It's the same thing over and over and over again, right? Okay, it doesn't offer any solutions. Feminism, I guess we'll start there. I can't go too much into the feminism thing because of the YouTube algorithms and stuff like that. Some people get away with it. I don't get away with anything. I'm the guy that, there's guys out there that could speed every day right past a cop and never get pulled over ever in his life. I'm the guy who gets pulled over. I'm that one guy. You know what I mean? If it can go wrong, it'll go wrong for me. So that's why I got to watch what topics I cover on the YouTube. The really spicy topics where you really get to hate me is on my BitChute, and the link is down below for that. And that's where I kind of just attack everybody. But I do it with a sense of I do it out of love. Just understand, no matter how ranty I get, I'm doing it out of love because I want to see people just do better, right? So let's start with why are women the way they are right now? Is it some archaic female nature and hypergamy? The monkey branching from relationship to relationship? Believe it or not, no, it's not that at all. It really isn't. Because hypergamy is nor good nor bad. A woman wanting a man with standards so she could have the best possible, instinctively have the best possible father for her children and the best protector for her as well as the children is not a bad trait to have. That's called survival instinct, but we call it hypergamy. Now, hypergamy gets kind of misconstrued as meaning trade up all the time. Monkey branching is the MGTOWs call it, and that's not even really it. The monkey branching thing is not even really a part of that at all. It's a part of something else. So let's go back to what is feminism. Now, if you look at the dictionary version or the Wikipedia, how can you say that? It'll give you the textbook mainstream narrative of what, equality, equal pay for equal work, blah, blah, blah. But what is it in practice? Well, let's go right back to the suffragettes. The suffragettes were nothing new. The suffragettes were basically just the ones that gained traction in a modern society of its time. And what they gained traction with was the occult. And the occult was the following of Lilith. I can't stress that enough. This is why you will see the name Lilith, Lilith Fair, Lilith this, the Lilith Institution. Well, who is this Lilith? Well, if it's based on feminism, it goes back to the debated, arguably the first wife of Adam. So before Adam and Eve, there was Lilith and Adam, right? Apparently. And apparently things didn't go well, and Adam booted her ass to the curb, So in the Garden of Eden, if you believe the biblical story, a lot of people believe the snake that made Eve eat the apple was actually Lilith in disguise. What was Lilith? Lilith was a death cult, blue-haired feminist at her time. The antinatalist. She hated children. She would make children suffer. She would murder babies in the womb, etc. Even if you took it as metaphors, you could say it's a lot of the stuff that modern fourth wave feminists are promoting, right? And she was just this like real man-hating family. Her main hatred was family, not so much just men. She hated men. Lilith hated men, but she hated family. That's what children was her, like the devil, her biggest scorn was against children. Now you start to understand what Lilith institution means when it goes to an abortion clinic. Now you understand what it means when you see an anti-male Lilith fair, which is all female musicians, but, girl power, you go, girl, blah, blah, blah. We'll get into that stuff a little bit later, but you get where that's coming from. So now you know the suffragettes were based upon a cult. They weren't there really for women's suffrage, so to speak. These were women's scorn, and they actually were quite violent. You take it with a grain of salt. I mean, they weren't murdering people left, right, and center, but they were violent. They were attacking people. They were the feminists, fourth wave feminists. The first wave feminists, a handful of them were basically what you see out of the most, and when we're talking a handful, we're talking like, a handful, right? The most vitriol of the female side, that really cruel kind of female mannerisms and stuff like that, just actions. They were very, very vitriol in their communities when you really look at it. The textbooks give you a very sugar-coated version of it, and they also give you a very these were the suffragettes. These are the ones that went through the trials and errors for all these women. So what the suffragettes wanted to do, was basically break up the nuclear family. So how are they going to do that? Well, I'll make a part 2 quick, and then I'll try not to have too many parts with this. But you'll understand it a bit better. Then you'll understand why I'm attacking the MGTOW more than I attack the feminists.